Florida business owners will pay a higher tax next year as the state recovers from the pandemic. This stems from Florida's Unemployment Trust Fund, which took a big hit as unemployed Floridians have claimed billions of dollars in benefits. On Your Side's Jocelyn Howard tells us just how much that fund has dropped and why the cost to replenish it is going to fall on businesses.
This could have a significant impact on a business's finances.
A higher tax, all to replenish Florida's Unemployment Trust Fund. Since March, the Department of Economic Opportunity says it's paid more than $19 billion in unemployment benefits. A lot of that money came from the federal government through the CARES Act, but the rest came out of Florida's Unemployment Trust Fund.
So there's a trigger mechanism.
The trust fund held more than $4 billion in March. Today, it holds almost $800 million.
And once the trust fund hits a certain ratio, a positive adjustment factor rather gets calculated to increase the amount of the tax to help replenish the trust fund.
This year, businesses paying the minimum reemployment tax paid $7 per employee. In 2021, the Florida Department of Revenue estimates businesses will pay a minimum of $20.30 per employee. Carolyn Johnson with the Florida Chamber of Commerce says that can really add up for businesses with a lot of employees.
There's just a lot of extra expenses and challenges for businesses right now. And so it's definitely a concern.
Bobby Handmaker, owner of Cruisers Grill, says this year has brought a lot of extra expenses, but when it comes to paying the reemployment tax,
we're grateful to be able to help.
Handmaker says this tax keeps his employees safe if something happened to the business. He says every penny is worth their security.
We're all in it together, getting from today till tomorrow. And once we get tomorrow, we'll see what the next day holds.
Jocelyn Howard, First Coast News, On Your Side.